Hey guys, welcome to today's Vehicle Visionary. Today is an exciting day. I've been working to get into some new dealerships so I can bring you some new content with vehicles I haven't had available in the past, and I have an exciting announcement that I've been able to successfully do so. And that includes the Mercedes dealership right here in Shreveport, Louisiana, where I borrowed this 2020 AMG GT 63 from. And we're going to take a good close look at it. We'll take a test drive and give you an exhaust clip. I'll tell you what, that is one of my favorite things on any car like this is the sound of the exhaust. I would like to thank my friends at Holmes Mercedes of Shreveport, Louisiana for giving me the opportunity to make this video with this particular model. And don't worry, we're going to do a whole lot more of these. So if there is a particular Mercedes model that you want to see me make a video with here on the Vehicle Visionary YouTube channel, please be sure to let me know. And I'll link the Mercedes of Shreveport information down in the description of the video, and I'll share the website address right down here as well. If you're in or around the area and interested in any Mercedes, make sure to come in and tell whoever you work with that Tom from Vehicle Visionary sent you. Let's get started with our tour of this 2020 Mercedes AMG GT 63. Obviously, the AMG is known for incredible ride quality. It is a very comfortable vehicle, and of course, the handling is exceptional. I just love the way the steering wheel feels and how responsive it is. And you can make changes to the shocks as needed depending on what you're doing with your AMG, such as if you want to take this car out on the track, you can make the appropriate changes. And of course, acceleration is phenomenal. And that's thanks to the 577 horsepower, 590 foot-pounds of torque, twin turbocharged 4-liter V8 that's right here under the hood. And of course, that power is put to the ground through an automatic 9-speed transmission to the all-wheel drive system of the AMG. And when you're cruising around town, you can expect to get 15 miles per gallon of gas in the city and 20 miles per gallon out on the highway. And of course, here on the GT63, you cannot help but look at the rear and how stylish it is, and of course, the quad tip exhaust on the rear back here that it gives this engine, the 4-liter V8 under the hood, its incredible sound. And you get the great crackles depending on what mode you're in. That's going to vary, and I hope when we take our test drive later on that you can hear the exhaust crackles really well. Hopefully my microphone will pick that up for you. We'll drive it in the correct mode to make sure we maximize that opportunity. But I just love that. That is one of my favorite features of the AMG GT63. And of course, to add to the stylishness back here, and it's not only stylish, but it is functional as well, the very nice looking rear diffuser that is just proportioned perfectly, in my opinion, for the rear of this AMG model. Of course, this is a 4-door vehicle. You're going to buy it because you probably want to go on some road trips with it and have a little bit more space than you might in, say, a 2-door vehicle, no matter what you may be driving. And there is definitely no shortage of cargo space here. I'll show you that on the screen right now and give you the numbers for how much space you actually have back here. It's plentiful. You could actually put some very large suitcases back here, more than just a couple, depending on their size, and they're going to be able to fit back here with no problem. And when it comes to opening the hatch back here, you do have a couple of different options. You saw what I just did by pushing the button right here above the rear license plate. You also have a button on the interior and on the remote, and a couple of different options in the same way for closing the rear hatch. And there's actually 2 buttons up here. If you push the button that has the lock on it, it's going to lock all of the doors and then lower the rear hatch down, or you can just push the button on the left and it will lower automatically as well without locking the doors. obviously there are the normal amenities in the back seat of the GT63, such as cup holders and of course dual air conditioning vents. But one thing you won't see in all vehicles is the fact that the seats in the rear are very nicely bolstered, which gives you some interesting options. For example, if you wanted to take your friends out on the track with you on track day, they're going to be a lot more comfortable and enjoy the ride a lot more thanks to the incredible bolstering on those seats. Okay guys, we're here in the front seat of the AMG and I'm just going to start the engine. I hope it sounds good on the camera since I'm sitting here in the car. I don't know how well it's going to be picked up, but I'm going to change the driving mode. And the first thing that's going to really stand out to you is just the overall layout, the carbon fiber, the stitching, just the overall beautiful layout in the front seat. Of course, these front seats look super racy, like I said, nice and bolstered, a little bit more so than the rear seats, especially the seat backs here, very, very comfortable. And obviously, something that is going to catch your eye is the digital instrument display, the digital dashboard that is just so nice looking. I like the way it looks. It looks ultra cool, ultra modern, ultra high tech. And honestly, that's the only downside. And maybe I can find some pictures to insert into the video here, is that I can't really show you the interior lighting the way I would really like to, but what I can tell you is that it does look impeccable. Of course, here's the steering wheel that I talked about earlier, the steering wheel mounted controls, the shifter paddles. You can change the driving modes and other functions, I should say, of the AMG right here on the steering wheel. And just so many nice features. In fact, I might make a video that talks about how to use the interior features just by themselves, because I don't want to make this video too long for all of you who are watching. But of course, you have a very nice looking center console here. And here's something that's very interesting. I'm going to show you on the screen how you open this center console, because there's a little button in the front. You push that, and there's actually two different pieces that open to reveal your center console here, and it gives you some nice storage space there. There's also more storage right here in the front of the console. And one thing that's a little bit different, if you haven't owned an AMG or other Mercedes brand vehicles in recent years, you're going to find out that there is a trackpad here that you use to navigate your way around on the center screen here on the dashboard. And it might seem a little challenging at first, but honestly, it's not that hard once you get used to it. And you can go through and change so many things, including the lighting here in the interior. And there are a lot of options for that depending on what you want to do. Like I said, probably can't give you the best demonstration of that today just because it's pretty bright out here. Grateful that it's as bright as it is, because we finally have some sun and we can make some videos. You also have a sunroof here. I'm going to leave that closed because now we're going to head out on the road and have some fun on a test drive. Okay guys, we're getting out on the road with the AMG and gonna have a little fun here. Don't have a lot of room to really do too much, but just while we have the chance, don't know how well you could hear that. I really didn't have the exhaust set correctly for the crackles, I guess, that time, but that's okay. We'll do more of that in the future. But I'll tell you what, obviously the acceleration of the AMG is phenomenal. And it's just amazing. A lot of that comes from the fact that this is an all-wheel drive vehicle. You know, if you get into something that's two-wheel drive, it's not going to accelerate the same because obviously it doesn't have the traction and the ability to maintain traction the same way that something like an all-wheel drive AMG does. I really like the way the steering wheel feels and just the overall performance of the steering. It's amazing how high performance these vehicles have become over the years, when you would have had to have purchased basically some kind of a sports car, a true sports car, a coupe, gone by to be able to get this kind of steering responsiveness. I hope you enjoyed today's video, guys. I've got a whole lot more coming like this, the Mercedes brand and others. We're going to be doing Volvo, we're going to be doing Jaguar, we're going to be doing Land Rover, and of course a lot of the places I've been going for a while like Ford and Chevrolet and other dealerships as well. I really appreciate Mercedes of Shreveport for giving me the opportunity to do this. This has been a lot of fun today, and I hope you've enjoyed the video. Like I said, I'm thinking about doing a separate video that's just the interior only and all the features and functionality there. Tell me if you'd like to see that, and I will definitely make that happen on this and other Mercedes brand vehicles. If you haven't subscribed to my channel just yet, I'd like to ask you to please lightly tap that subscribe button and make sure to click the like button, leave a comment, and share this video on your timelines on social media. That helps me out so much, and I really appreciate each and every one of you who support Vehicle Visionary. Look forward to seeing you in my next video.